G'day everyone, welcome back. We're going to work on the cover of this, the outside of this hefty beast. And I have an idea what I want. Am I going to be able to execute it? Who knows? But first up, we're going to do these bits in here. They're the first parts. What I've got here, I'm still using up bits of the papers that I have in the kit. I did end up pulling 2 extra ones, only because I didn't plan smartly when I was making it. If you plan smartly, you would need to. And I wanted a specific thing. It's my album, my papers. Much easier just to print a couple more out than not have what I want. Sorry, froggy in my throat or COVID in my throat. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, I'm not going to glue these down, but it has to be flat. So I've got in mind that we're going to do something along the lines of, we've got a bunch of things from their travels, like that, and then I want to add a few of these bits from the piece of one that I ended up putting together of a whole lot of these. So I'm kind of like, well, that is kind of what I'm going to go for. And the ones in the back are just obviously background, kind of book plate. What's the word I'm looking for? End paper kind of marbling effect. And I'm like, well, that kind of fits nicely in with what we're going for here. So I'm kind of like, I'll just throw a couple of these into the mix as well. It's just kind of like, some random things. And we've got more there if we need to. Hold on, let's just do a couple more that we might be able to, because this page has to be flat. So we need to think about how can we do this, make it look cool, but it's not taking up any bulk. This one's got dragonflies, that's easier. Can't leave you out. And I'm sure I saw one with bees. There's one with bees. Okay. All right. So we've got a bunch of them. We'll go with them. And let's kind of see how this all comes together. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to do is move this just up out of the way for a sec. Yep, out of the way. Let's just get my Stanley knife and my ruler. And I'm just going to cut here, cut here, because I want some people to be able to put a picture in underneath here if they want. So I'm just going to cut around the bulldog clip. Try not to tear the paper too much. All right, I've got that. Right. I'm going to ink it just so it's obvious that it's there. And it's a rusty bulldog clip, It will leave marks on your page anyway. That one. And that one. So that means that if there is a photo that you want to put on here, which is the whole idea, it will fit in up underneath there and fit quite nicely. Because I designed it to fit a standard size photo. That was when I made it, that's what I wanted it to fit. So, all right. Now let's bring this back now that we've done that so I don't forget to do that, because otherwise I'll forget. Now I've just got to not glue it down. Okay. All right. So I think for this one, we had the postcard coming off kind of here. We are going to have to trim edges, which is why I'm not gluing this piece down, because I'm just going to glue to that thing. The paper, decorative paper. Oh, words, man, defy me. Alrighty. You know, English is my first language. I admire the people that do this, that English isn't even their first language and they can speak it better than me. It's like, really? Alright, let's go for kind of there. Lovely. Look at that. Stick, you stick. Be down. Okay. Next thing, this is going to come off the page because I don't want it all fitting on. So I'm going to go kind of a bit like that, I think. And I can come back and stick things on again further when I'm going to finish at the end. Alright. Now let's go there. Alright. So we got that. And then this one can go like, I want it to fit on, so I'm going to go there. Alright. So do not glue that part. So not this part here, that's the flippy uppy bitty, you know, technical terms there, the flippy uppy bitty. Alright. There. Alright. Okay. Now, just before, the good thing is I've got working time with this glue, so I can work things out. I'm going to have you there. You there? All right. Okay. And then I'm going to have you there, like that. Yeah, that looks good. All right, I'm going to let that kind of dry for a second while I work on this one. All right. Is that a watercolour pencils? I don't think it is. Oh, it is, good. Excellent. All right, now, next one. I want this with the book down the bottom, book back, down here. Kind of happy for it to just be, just go there. Okay, so we got that. Okay. I'll try to pick up this one. Don't mind. Postcard can go down here, but I'm not going to glue it there. So I'm going to glue this one first, and that can come here. So again, everywhere but that bit that's going to move up to let a photo go in underneath. Let's go there. All right. I'm going to have this postcard kind of coming off down here, but I'm not going to put any glue there. I'm going to go over this side and this side, leaving a V. Leave a V. There. All right. Cool. All right, we've got to think about these deeds. Let's go. I'm going to have you go under. You can go kind of like so. No. 2, 3. I'm going to have to come back over here because there's an even number over there and I'm not going to cope. So I need to make it odd. Oh. Let's go there. And remember, nature likes things in odds. I think I might put that kind of there. Right. Okay. All right. So that is these guys done. And all we got to do now is trim off the edges. So it's a matter of turning it over, finding my glue scissors. Where are you? Okay. So these scissors are the Teflon coated ones or whatever they are. working these off. Okay. Get all bits off before they stick to something if there's glue on them. Alright. I'm gonna, this is the nervous part, turning it over and seeing if it looks horrible. I'm gonna ink the edges. So bits that we cut off aren't obvious. And there we go, how's that look? Now, one more thing I want to do is a bit of black watercolour pencil. This is just a Crayola one because this is the one that was in reach. I'm going to come on now. Now, obviously, this is totally not necessary, but am I going to do it? Yes, I am. Okay, and I think that someone, I've seen it on somewhere, I don't remember who, does it with a little finger and just smudges it out, puts a little bit of water in and smudges it out and kind of starts making a bit of shadow effect. Alright, let's do that here. Basically just building up the fact that these are on top of each other. So let's put some water in our finger, and we've got the distressed ink too, so that will activate and smudge out. So hopefully it will, I don't know, we'll see. Try not to drip it on this bit, but you saw nothing. Just adds to the authenticity. Alright, hold on. I think that actually looks really cool. Awesome. Okay. Just add in a little bit of something to give a bit of dimension. To it, that. There we go. How's that look? Okay. Man, some of the stuff I do. Okay. I utilize it all. Art, colouring, painting, just all of the, just creating. I just like to create. I think that's the big thing. That's why I don't stick to one thing, because my brain likes to create. Yeah, it likes to think. It likes to come up with ideas, and sometimes a painting's not going to cover it. Sometimes a colour, you know. I just like to muck around. All right. Okay, so let's do this now. Let's come back in. Okay, this book will have a big one because it will be leaning on over here. Okay. I'm just going to be coming down, not quite so much here because it's only a piece of paper, it's only a photo, same as this. Alright. This one will have a bit of a shading on this, but not too much. Going out in this direction. Okay. All right. Let's see how we go. Am I too lazy basically to turn around, well, you know, get a brush? Yes. So this way. It just adds to the of it. The grunginess. Is that the term? The grunginess. All right. There we go. Hopefully it just looks a little bit more something something. I'm just going to come in with my ink thing there because I don't like how that kind of did, and I'm just going to make it look like it was meant to be like that. There we go. A little bit darker down there. There we go. Okay. How's that? Cool. Cool, cool. Like it. Like it, like it. All right. Now we need to make sure these are glued down well because they're going to be things that join together. So I'm going to, same as I did before, I'm just going to put double-sided tape on them and glue them on, and I'll come back because I'm pretty certain after watching that for this amount of time, you're kind of like, yeah, undone. Okay, so I'm back. I fixed the white balance because the light, it's afternoon, so the light was messing with the darkness and all of the thing. But oh my gosh, how good is, I'm sorry. Out of all of what I've done, this now has to be my favorite. I just love how this looks. And then, yeah, so this is just stick it in underneath like that. And look at that. I'm like, sorry. Absolutely love this. Just little, something little. I wish I had scanned it before I stuck it down and all, but you know, that is what it is. Here we go. This one here, it goes in underneath, in here, and then up in there, and look at that. There you go. I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, cool. So now we can close this up after all that, and she's gone. But she's flat, and that's the thing. I didn't want anything bulky there because I can't afford for that to be there because I need the album to close up. All right, now we're going to get on to, I'm going to do the side and the bottom before I do the top, just in case. It's like shit straight. It's like wants to lean. Oh well. Leaning tower of bugs. Okay. So just concerned it's going to topple. So I'm like, what can I put there to stop it from toppling? There. All right, so we've got that, and now I'm going to, so this is the one I'm going to put there, which is the poppies. So I'm just going to run some double-sided tape on that in a really awkward position because of how I've got that. But, you know, how about I not make it look really awkward for you to try and keep it in screen and I come back. Okay. Okay, poppy on side. Now let's go to the back. Get rid of the heat gun. I'm just going to put this one down. And we'll have to cut it down to which part do I like best. I love that scheme of colours. I don't know what it is, but it's something about probably, you know, art and science, man. I think the diagram just speaks to me. So I'm just going to cut this bit off. And then let's get a whole lot of ink on here, because this will be, I want to make it super kind of grungified in the corners and so forth, because it's the back of the book. It's going to get worn and dirty and all that kind of stuff, or the chest, or whatever you want to call this thing. It's a scientist, an old scientist, everything. Adventure book, specimen collection, whatever you want to call it. If you can come up with a cool name, let me know. But here we go. So nice and grunged up. Missed a bit up here. Alright. Same thing. Double-sided tape and glue. And I'll be back. Okay, so we're back, done the back, and I even got my little label on there. Kind of tried to tie it right in with that, you know, all over the desk. Sketches, magazine, you know, the journal articles and stuff that they would get. Volat. So there we go. The front. Okay, I'm going to do the easy part. I'm going to put this down. Okay? That'll do, won't it? I'm going to put it this way. However. There we go. Done. Finish. No. No. It wouldn't be me if that was it. Okay. Let's just do this part anyway. I'm going to ink the edges. Not that you're probably going to see them, but just in case. I was going to make this cover like movable and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to. But I'm going to make it, and we'll see how we go, and I may end up, I don't know. We'll just see how it progresses, hey? Okay. And I'll show you my ideas. What my ideas for this is. So I'm just grunging up, sorry. I'm taking it away while I'm talking to you, and you're looking at nothing. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, because I usually ink up near my face, which is why I try not to do too much of the paper decorating with you, because I have it right up close to me, so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so that is going to go down there. That I can put down. I know that that's where it's going to happen. The question is, do I... Okay, change plans. See, this is what... I'm not going to glue it down just yet, because I can use this as my base protective layer. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to run a thin bit of art glitter glue, because I don't want it going anywhere, along this side here. Oh, wait up. I need to cut 45s into... Oh, anyway, doesn't really matter. It'll dry. I can add more. It's no big end of the world. Okay, these. I've got two that are 10.5, which is the height of the journal. So, the album. Whatever it is that I'm making, it's the height of it. I need two that are that height. And then I've got two that are 8.5. Where's the other 8.5? No. No. Did I seriously not cover the other 8.5? Oh, that's right, because I'm going to show you what I did. That's why I didn't cover it, because I'm like, I better show you what I actually did. Okay, I just took scrap pieces. Like these are all left over, these little bits of pieces, okay? And I've got one that will fit this. This is an 8.5 wide one. By 8.5 long by ½ an inch wide. So just all the little leftover bits of chipboard that we have, and then leftover bits of cardstock. I'm just using double-sided tape because it's quick. You don't have to. You can use glue. Alright, I'm getting this, and I am going to wrap it on this. So I'm putting it so that this kind of will go all the way around. Then this is too long, so just going to cut it off. It's no drama there. Okay, and then this is too wide also, so I'm cutting it down. Okay, alright, and I'm going to just bend it over, kind of start training it so then it makes the next part easier. Then I'm going to put some more double-sided tape down here, and along one of the edges, because when it folds over it won't be all connected with double-sided tape. I'm just going to run, this is just a 1/4 inch double-sided tape down. So I'm going to pick this up. Yeah. And fold that side over. Push it down. Make sure it's well connected to the double-sided tape so it don't go nowhere. And then we have this piece. And then fold it over and repeat. Make sure it's all pushed down into it. Okay, now I have 2 pieces of double-sided, and like, look at this coming up. So you're really going to make sure you connect this double-sided tape down, otherwise it'll keep lifting. All right. Okay. Take 2. Let's get rid of the mouse out of my way because it'll annoy me. All right. 2 pieces that are 8.5. 2 pieces that are, no, that's too long. 10.5. 10.5. Okay. Now, we need to do a 45-degree angle because we're going to make some miter joins. I'm going to make use of the fact that there is a 45-degree angle here. I'm going 1/2 inch anyway, so it's pretty easy. I'm just going from point to point. So I'm going from here to here. Okay. And I'm going to cut those bits off. You can use a Stanley knife. I'm way too lazy for that. I'm going to use scissors. Boom. Done. Okay. Right. That's that one. And then I've got to do it. Needs to come down that way. No. Flip it over. That's it. All right. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect anyway because we're going to be covering it, but it gives you the idea. So, cutting it, boom. Am I going to have little pieces of cardstock all over the place? Yes, I am. Okay. Ping! Luckily I sweep every morning to pick up all of my my paper mess. Dog hair and paper. That's what I sweep for every morning. Let's get rid of you. Like, I'm pretty good at tidying up, but like little pieces like that do go flying. I'm not even going to pretend they don't, because they do. Alright. Flipping it over, because we're after a trapezoid shape. Look at me put mass in here. Alright, we're after that kind of shape. Okay, set your miter joins and building. Oh, look at this. And they say you don't need mass for stuff. Yeah. Get it all the time. Kids will be like, when am I going to need math? And I'm like, all of the time. I'm sorry to tell you. But you're going to do, as I tell people, it's actually worse off to be enumerate than illiterate, because you know you get paid. You want to know that your boss is not short pager. You get a loan, you get credit cards, all that kind of stuff. You need to understand that. Otherwise, you're just going to be taken advantage of. And no one wants to be taken advantage of. Well, I don't think anyone does. Not in that kind of sense, anyway. Otherwise, you do you. Alright. So it doesn't matter that they don't join perfectly. Okay, we're not, like I said, it's not the bees alls and ends all. We're going to fix it anyway. But it's more about me getting the shape. Okay, so let's put this back on here where it would lay. Alright, so that's in the center. Alright, let's run some art glitter glue back down the side. Okay, let's make sure this is where we want it on here, because once I put this down, she's down. Okay, corner to corner. There we go. Done. Alright, that piece is done. There. Okay. Alright. Let's do this other piece. Oh, on the other side. I don't want that there. I don't want that there. I don't want you gluing to anything apart from this little edge. Okay, there, there. There to there. Okay. So I've got those two pieces on now. Hopefully. Oh gosh. Me trying to see whilst film, not the easiest. Okay, let's bring them along here. Okay. Let's go there. I need to put more of an angle on here. There we go. Okay. Got that fitting up there. Alright, that's that bit. Now this top bit. Let's see if I've got to cut anything first. A little bit off here. There. And then a little bit off here would be good. Probably should use hot glue, but I don't want the permanency just yet. Alright, let's go back here. For you. Beauty of this is we can fiddle and manipulate for a certain point of time until we get it where we need. Alright. Okay, that's that. Alright. Let's check this one. It's not too bad. Like I said, we're not going to get perfect. It's handmade. I'm not using wood and miter joins and dovetails and a drop saw and all that kind of stuff. But Not too bad. Okay. I'll come in with some bog it later and bog in the corners. No, 11A. No. Sorry, couldn't resist. All right. Okay. So there we go. Do I think I need to build that up more? Probably for what I'm going to do, yes. Didn't think about that. Because what I was thinking of doing was, I might have to do another layer after all of that. But anyway, that's okay. Let's have a look. Where's my practice one? Okay, putting in little dudes. And I was going to put some stuff over the top. That will not cover it. But if I do another layer, will that be deep enough? Yes. All right. So I'm going to go off and make some more of these strips. Okay. So I'm going to cut down some more of these strips and do another layer. And then come back to you because you don't want to see me do all of that. But I'm going to just basically double up layers. So if you do it next, if you do this, do 2 layers of cardstock chipboard together and then wrap it, if that makes sense. Okay, all right. So yeah, so if you do it again, get 2 pieces of chipboard non-unwrapped. So some lengths of chipboard, just imagine that they're 1/2 inch, and glue them together, then wrap it would be your better bet. But I don't have that option, so I'm going to go off and make some more of these, and then I will come back. Okay, so I'm back. I've doubled it up, and I have made another piece of chipboard because I've changed my mind, as you know it does. And I'm going to put that at the back. So I've just wrapped it. It's the same size, so 8.5 by 10.5. And I'm going to wrap that up, add that to the back to give it more stability, and we're going to make it into an actual flippy thing. Why not? Why not, say you? Because we can, is what I say. Let's go all out. If we're going to do it, go big. Go big or go home. Do I have any idea how I'm going to execute this? No, we'll figure it out. It will be an adventure for us both. If you hadn't gathered by now, me building these things is just me just going, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I started building these just about a year ago, and at the start I followed along, you know, with lots of different tutorials and learned lots of different techniques, and that's kind of got to the point now where I sit there and go, okay, I see you, and I love what you do, but how can I bring that to me, make it mine? And so that's what this is all about. It's me bringing it and making it mine. So, all right. Okay. Let's make sure that's well attached, well connected, and now it's like, aha, there's my specimen board. All right, now we're going to get back to, I was playing before about doing things. Now this was one of these, you know, so I have gotten a little box full of all of like the little things that you find at the cheap shop. You guys might call it the dollar store or whatever. We just call it cheap shops here. So I found all of these kind of things, and I'm like, well, you know what, I'm going to use them, but I'm kind of like, no, but yes. So this is just me playing, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to work out how to take things and make little specimen goodies from it. So this one here he was my first. So he can go into the corner here. You were my first, but not my only. There we go. Into the corner. There's my first little dude. And super technical, I drew in the bits. So there's his things. And hold on, I'm going to bring my reference thing. Luckily, I have all of these. All right. Hey, we're going to go. All right, I'm going to go out from here. Now, I'm not trying to make him look, you know, it's still handmade and it's still not real, but we're just having fun. I'm bouncing the pen up and down a little bit so it kind of looks like, you know, all of the skeletal parts. Okay, there's my first one. And I'm going to give him a cage. So he's going to go here. So I reckon if I cut that in, oh, half might not be it. Let's go. So one. Let's go there. Alright. Might be close enough to half, but I can get away with putting two on top. Yep, I can. I'm going to put you underneath because you're a little bit smaller. And then the other one on top. Okay, let's go here. Let's go there. Okay. Next bits. You can go here. I just need to make another one, which is the perfect length of where I joined these two pieces of cardboard together. When things like this happen, you just go, yeah. Alright. Okay. Alright. There is box one. Do do do. Do 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 do. Beep beep. Okay. Okay, let's go for, I want a blue butterfly. Blue butterflies are important to me. Okay, now at the moment, that's not quite so what I'm after. A little bit too not real looking. So let's bring out some walnut stain. Okay, that's looking better. Might even come in with some black soot as well. Not going to try and classify this. It is a butterfly. I know. That'd be funny. Okay. Well, I appreciate his antennae. They're too light, so I'm just going to add a little bit of darkness to them as well. Alright. Let's build him up a little bit. Alright. I'm going to put him there. Alright. He's on a foam block that I have obviously ruined by playing with him. A bit of glue. And there we go. Okay. So there's that one. Alright. Oh, dinner's cooking at the moment. And I actually felt like cooking today. So I have made what did I make? Chicken pie, but I don't know, I made stuff up because because I got COVID after I'd been away, so there was no fresh stuff in the house, and so I had to think about. I'm going to put him back there for a second. And because I'd been away beforehand, so I'd let things kind of diminish before it were going away, and then I, come back and all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh. So I had to kind of make do with what I had. And oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to it. So I've just made like a creamy chicken base, with capsicum and champignons and bacon and chicken and all of that. So that's been simmering for the last few hours. And then I was like, I could put pastry on the bottom, but I had a lot of potatoes. So I've, sliced them thinly and put them in the oven and made like a potato crust base. And then I'm going to then I put it on top, and then I put a bit of puff pastry on the top of that. I think she's gonna be nice. Just saying. I'm hoping she's gonna be nice. She took me ages to cook, but I just felt like cooking. Because I was away on holidays. Well, not on holidays, but I was away from the weekend and all that kind of stuff. So we ate out. But all those nights, I just dropped the glue. Hold on. Oh, yeah. And this glue's way too expensive. Oh, I broke the, ridiculously expensive pin, too. Well, I didn't break it, but I bent it. Okay. So, we ate out, and then obviously getting home, and didn't get home till late, and then the next day I was kind of like, oh yeah, and then getting water. Anyway, but basically, I just want real food. So I'm like, well, if I want real food, I have to make it. So that's what I did. Okay. I'm like, what can I put? If I might end up putting something like that there, there'll be another little thing there, which I can, I've got something that can go in there, so that's good. So let's go back to the bee. All right, now really don't like, obviously, this white edge. Could fussy cut it, but no one got time for that. That's what ink's for. It's great. Okay. All right. So the bee is going to go there. Now, we're not going to leave him like that, okay, because this is the only bee that I had. I could only find a sticker of bee. I don't have any bees. But what we're going to do is get some of these transparent wings. You know it. You know what I mean. And we are going to give him some life. So in here, there are these. So there's one. Yep. There's two. Yep. Maybe three. Yep. Wait up, there's a smaller one. Good. I want a smaller one. Oh, it goes the wrong way. No, no, no. Hold on. You. Oh, you go that way. I don't want you to go that way. I'm going to make you work anyway. Okay. All right. Let's put all these back in before I lose them all. Sure, there was another one. What did I do with it? Did I put it away? Of course I did. Did I really? Rude. 2, 3. Okay, that's one of you guys. Alright. There. Okay. Oh, you're still with me? We're up to an hour now. So after I do the bee, I might go off and just do the rest. I don't. Yeah. I'll show you how I did a ladybug, and then I'll just go off and play, basically. Alright. Need to turn on the hot glue gun for this. I'll be back once it's heated up. Okay, so I'm back. I've just put some double what's it called, hot glue gun there, and put those transparent wings up there for our bee. You can see I've done a few more of just things, and I'm going to show you these ones down here are these, but I don't want them so bright. So we need to, I'm going to show you how I dulled them down. I'm going to pick, let's go with that one. All right. So I literally, I got a Copic. Could have got the alcohol inks out, but effort. for something so small. Just got a Copic marker. This is in chamois. And I'm just running it over it. And then getting some glue, because I've obviously put the Copic where the sticker was. Get some glue there. My fingers are totally dirty as after this, but you know, the things we do. Alright. And there we go. We've got our little butterfly sample down there. These guys were, I just had them. They were these, but the dragonfly version. That have blown away. Oh, there they are. Okay, so these. Okay, so look like that, puffy stickers, and I just put some little foam blocks underneath them to make sure that the wings kind of stood up. And then I had some moths. So that's that one and that one over there. And then I'll show you how I did this little ladybug. So we're going to have a few running down here. And might have a couple of small ones and one big one, I think. So we'll do the red ladybugs for the small ones, and we'll do a blue ladybug. Or should we go, what cut? No, we've got a lot of blue, so I reckon a bit of, what needs to bring balance? Yellow. I reckon a bit of yellow, but we're going to totally dull that down. Okay. So, what am I going to use? I'm going into my little goodie of, my little goodie drawer and seeing if I've got anything in here that could be utilised. So, I'm going into my paint drawer, is what I mean by my goodie drawer. Let's go with... I just want to tone down his yellow. So I'm going to use this sepia antiquing wax. Let's see what that does. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. This is kind of what I did before. I just played until I kind of liked it. No, that's not what I'm after. I need something to wipe my finger on. Do-da, do-da. Something to wipe it on. Do-da-da-da. Alright. Oh, let's go with that. Okay. Just making sure that it's there. I've got antique bronze. Oh gosh, that I need to shake up better. I just opened it. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm going to shake and come back. Oh, why not? Just hang around. Let's see if that works a bit better. No. Why are you not shaking? Yeah. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, so the yellow's still shining through, but not overpowering. And oh my god, those eyes they offend me in their location. So we are going to change them because they're offensive. All right, I have. Where are you? I had you out before. Oh, that. I've got some white dimensional paint. So like anything like liquid pearls, nude drops. Anything that's got a bit of viscosity, low viscosity to it, that can kind of do that. And you're like, yeah, I can hardly see it because I realise that you're like, yep, sure. But anyway, that be what I'm doing. I'm like trying to close the lid on this thing. Anyway, okay. Oh, look, his eyes have gone into two. We don't want, you know, a mono-browed ladybug. Obviously, you do not need to go to this extremity. You could even skip this. Like, this is just me being extra. But I kind of want it to be a little bit extra because it's fun. Okay, but now he's not quite so obscenely yellow. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't look cheap yellow because we can't have him looking cheap. All right, and now I'm going to get some black. And do you think, oh, there it is, little dotting tool. And ladybug's dots aren't perfect, so, you know, smudge them a little bit, make them a little bit different shaped. And nor is there like 6. It can be lots of spots or no spots. Let's put some spots on his butt, because why not? All right. Hey, he looks a lot like that one. Cool. That worked out pretty good. Well, I wasn't even planning it, but he looks a lot like that one. All right. Gonna let that dry for a moment. And while we're doing that, we might do these little red ones. I'm gonna have 4, so I have 2 on either side of the big one. I think might work. Okay. Let's see if we can just zhuzh them a little bit. Okay. I used it the other day. Where is it? Okay. This metallic paint in Ruby, and it's quite transparent. But what it should do is add a bit of a sheen and make them seem more okay, where's your head? Give me your head. Lovely. one. Really, why do I do this? Please tell me why I do this. Alright, I'm going to come back after I finish painting these dudes. Okay? I'll see you in a bit. Okey dokey. There we are. There it is. Okay. What am I going to do now? I am going to cover my box. Cover my box. Where did I put the thing that I'm going to cover it with? I just showed the girls. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, I have this beautiful piece of yellowed acetate, OHT, overhead transparency, from when I first became a teacher. And I went, you know what? I am going to use that. So, it's going to look yellowed and old. Obviously, this normal acetate will do fine, but I've got nicely aged yellowed ones here. So, well, I've only got a couple. I found them in my stash, and I went, ooh, I might find a use for them one day. No one uses OHTs anymore, but we will see what I can do. All right. So, we're going to glue this down onto this. Doesn't matter, we're going to cover over it, so I'm just going to use the glue because I can. I'm going to cover over it anyway. I just want it well adhered. All right, let's go. Okay. Right. Yay. Okay. Sorry. I get a little excited when things work because they often don't. So if I do something and it actually works, I'm like, wow, that actually worked. So I've cut some pieces of cardstock at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to just go around now and place that all the way around these edges, following the same kind of pattern. So I'm going to do the inside bits first because that would make more sense. Where I want them to, I want to have as little joinery as possible. So, some of these probably aren't, there we go, well, that one. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm going to do is just come along and add these to here. And I'll come back when I'm done with that. Okay, we're back. And look at her. All right, so I'm just putting some cabinet corners on, or bookends, or whatever you want to call them. These are ginormous ones. They're from Ali, but they're the large book or cabinet corners. Okay, so they've got quite a bit of girth. Obviously, don't have to do this. This is just because I am. And I'm going to use glossy accent in there. So that's going to help it adhere for extra protection. But I'm also going to hammer it into place too, which is always fun. Okay, so we're going to maneuver it onto the corner. Okay. This is always the fun part. All right, and then it's just a matter now of hammering until she goes into a position that you are satisfied with. Obviously really hard to show this on camera with a banging hammer and whatever else I'm doing here, trying to get her into position. But there we go. So that's how she looks. And then moving her slightly left on, there you go. And there's your corner pieces. And as the glossy, I lost this one. As the glossy accent dries, that will hold it in place. It's just not losing it while I'm putting the other ones on. Is the big one. Okay, all right. Basically, my boobs keep knocking off the ones at the other end. Boobs, man. They just keep getting in the way of everything. Alright. Okay. Now they're nicely wedged over. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to go and continue and do this one, and then I'll come back to you again. I just don't want, I'm over an hour now. I want to be mindful of not taking up all your time, but I want to show you this, if that makes sense. Okay, so all four corners are on there, and now I'm just coming in with some gilding wax. This is aged brass, and I'm just literally going to run it in some places. More in some, less in others. Basically, whatever's on my finger is where it goes. I want it to look organic, so it's kind of coming along here. This stuff dries quick, so you've got to work pretty quickly and just be willing to go with how it is. What's really good is this cardstock is textured, and the gilding is the wax is picking it up beautifully. Got to have something a bit shiny. Just keep going on these. Just making sure that, they're all kind of hit. It's meant to look worn. It's not a new book, new thing. It's been on adventures and expeditions and collections. But yes. I'm sorry. I sometimes I just get excited when things that in my brain come out. It's because this has been in my brain for a long time, and I've searched and searched and searched for papers that would satisfy me, and I couldn't find them, and then so I made them, and I'm a little bit excited. Now I've just got to finish putting it together. I'm going to go wash my hands first. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I'm doing because I'm going to have to leave it to dry. I've got some little tiny hinges, again off AliExpress, little tiny cabinet hinges, miniature cabinet hinges or something. Honestly, I've had them for a while, I can't remember. But, so I'm using glossy accents again because I want it to work and I can't use the screws. So, I'm just placing them there. And I need to let this part dry completely before I then go on and try and put the other side onto the, just want to make sure I've got enough. Does that make sense? Rather more than not enough. Then, oh, what did I do? I pushed it in. See, it's going into the cracks. To the actual book, to this. So this needs to dry properly before I can do that. So I've got to give it a few hours to dry, which means I think I might come back or I might make another video. Either way, we'll continue this either in a bit or next video. All right, I'll see you maybe soon or maybe in a bit. Bye.